Energized show, up the Irish.
Okay, what's going on, guys, and welcome to a brand new episode of The Face Off. Ross, introduce the guests, man.
Today we have a Cage Warriors lightweight showdown between Stevie McIntosh and Mike Figlak. Lads, how's the form?
How's it going? You all right?
All good.
All
Mike,
good,
how are you
yeah.
doing?
The camp's going very well. We're just adding the finishing touches now. But I'm going camp onto camp the last few fights. So I'm just in very good shape, ready to go.
Look at that, Stevie. Straight out of the traps. He's telling you he's in great shape.
Straight out of the traps. For the people that don't know, McIntosh versus Figlak is on Cage Warriors 132. It's going to be live on Saturday, December 11th in York Hall in London. So you can get tickets for that. And you can also watch it live on UFC Fight Pass. For the people that don't know, that's going to be the same night as UFC 269 as well. So people ask, same night as UFC 269. Roscoe, take it away, bud.
Yeah, so just for those of you who don't know, in terms of the lightweight division in Cage Warriors, Joe McColgan has vacated the belt. I spoke with Joe yesterday. He just said with work and life he has going on at the moment, he hasn't got to train since winning the belt properly, so he won't be able to defend it. So I think it's George Hardwick is going to fight Ben Lacker for the vacant belt. But guys, Stevie, I'll come to yourself first. Obviously, you got to be keeping your eye on that and thinking that the winner of this fight could fight the winner of that fight, and this could be a number one contendership fight.
Yeah, definitely. I think it's definitely a number one contender fight. Mike's got a good record in Cage Warriors. He's doing well, and that's the fights I'm wanting. I want the top guys. That's what I've said from the start. That's why I took Mehdi. On 4 weeks' notice. I took Mehdi. That's the fights I'm wanting. I want the biggest fights and the best guys. I think everybody that signs the Cage Warriors has got the same idea. They all want to get to the UFC. I think the lightweight belt's the way to get there. So I think that's what I'm looking forward to getting.
And Mike, what did you make of Joe vacating the belt? And do you feel like you're 6-0 now? A win here would make you 7-0. There's no other option to give you a title shot.
Yeah, I don't think there is any other option than me fighting for the title, really. I was a bit surprised that Joe vacated his title and then all of a sudden they made this fight between George and the other guy, because I think the guy from France, he's got less fights than me, less finishes. I think they should have reached out to me, to be honest. But it is what it is. That's out of my control. I already have a fight set up with Steve. And I'm really focused on that now and ready to get that win on 11th of December and prove that I am the best in the division and that belt is mine.
And do you think this one should have been for the belt instead of that fight?
Yeah, it could have been. Yeah, could have been. But it's the universe has a way of unfolding itself on its own, really. So I'm just gonna whatever is out of my control, I just let that happen. And what is in my control, which is the fight on the 11th of December, I'm gonna prove that I am the number one. And then if I have, and then I'm gonna fight for the belt next.
Stevie, go on, Baz.
Yeah, I was just saying, we've obviously been following like these lads for a long while now, and the second this fight was announced, myself and Ross were just like, right, this is the fight to get on. This is the one the fans want to watch. This is the one to promote. This is just like the fans fight to watch. Stevie, when you hear that from myself and Ross, like, and the fans all like looking forward to seeing that, like, how does that make you feel?
Yeah, that's cool, man. I think both of us are exciting fighters. Both of us come to finish. And that's what people want to see, man. Nobody's there to watch fucking a grapple fest and folk hanging on to each other, you know what I mean? Both of us come to finish and both of us always come to fight. So it's got to be a great fight for the fans, you know what I mean? That's the fights everybody want to see. And I think, like you said, two top guys going at it. And like you said, you need to beat the guys in the way to get to the top. So just whoever Cage Warriors give me, that's who I take. Like, I'm not fussy with who I fight. Like, it's just another name and my goal is to get the belt. So whoever they give me.
Fight of the night contender right here, Ross. You heard it here first.
Absolutely. Stevie, obviously Mike's undefeated as a professional. What makes you think you can take his O away?
I just think I've got a skill set to beat everybody in Cage Warriors, to be honest. I think I'm better in every department. I mean, you need to show that on the night. It's easy saying that. Like, I don't really do much talking outside of the cage. I like to do my talking in the cage. Like, if I feel wherever the fight goes, I win. I'm sure you'll feel the same, but you need to show it on the night.
And obviously, both you guys have a lot of finishes on the feet, Mike. Do you think that's where this fight will take most of its time?
To be honest, I don't care. I'm just going out to win. You guys know what I bring to the table. You guys know what I bring to the table. I come for the finish all the time. That's what I'm here for. I'm here to make clear statements that I am the best, and I'm going to do that on December 11th.
Pasmo, I don't think either of these two lads I think they might give the judges the night off. What do you think?
This is like the Cage Warriors equivalent of Gaethje versus Chandler. This is going to be this is one not to be missed, and it's a brilliant night for you guys to showcase your skill as well. Being on the Saturday, people will be in early to watch the fights, then build up to 269 as well. It's just it's a showcase night for both of you, and like a big win for either one of you. Call out the title, the title shot next. So it's all going to be a great event.
Yeah, absolutely. And Stevie, obviously, you broke our hearts last time out beating our fellow Irishman, Decky McAleen. And don't worry, we don't hold it against you. But where do you think Mike rates in terms of your opponents that you face so far?
Yeah, he's definitely up there, man. I think he's good. He's got a good skill set. He's good everywhere. Like I don't think you get to even Cage Warriors without being at a good level. Never mind like within the top 4. Do you know what I mean? Like going for that towards that belt. So he is good. He's well rounded. I fought good guys before. You know, Mehdi, who's challenging for the belt and stuff. He's good. Decky's a high level fighter. You know, with a lot of finishes and stuff. So yeah, man, he's good. He's good everywhere.
And then obviously, Mike, Stevie's quite long. He's one of those lanky fighters. Do you think that's going to be a difficult thing to gauge the distance and get in close on the range with him?
No, absolutely not. Come on, guys. My brother is 6'1", and I train with him all my life. I mean, if Steve thinks that his range is going to do some good stuff for him, it's not going to happen, really.
Jeez, Basbone, they have all the answers here, don't they?
These lads are very professional. I like it.
And guys, obviously we saw your call last time out for the last Cage Warrior show. I think Paul Hughes and Morgan Charrier was an electric atmosphere. I'll start with yourself, Stevie. Are you bringing many people down to your call? And what sort of reception and atmosphere do you expect on the night?
Yeah, I think there's a few guys coming up to Scotland. Like I don't really care about it, to be honest, man. We've been fighting in front of no fans for the last year and a bit, so a few fans will not really make a difference. I don't really hear much, to be honest, with the fans. Even when I've fought in local scene and sell hundreds of tickets, it doesn't really spur me on any different. I'm just focused on the fight, and I didn't really hear anything bar my corner. So yeah, but I think a few guys are making the trip down.
And what about you, Mike? Are you bringing many people from Gloucester down with you? Will you have a big crowd there? And do they make a difference for you? Do you hear them cheering you on?
I do hear them cheer me on, but it doesn't make much difference to me. I was never kind of focused, even as an amateur, to sell tickets or anything like that. I'm just focusing on the fight itself. And then whoever wants to come, they'll come and support me, and I appreciate that.
Unbelievable. Obviously we have Stevie, you're from Scotland, and Mike, you're from Poland. I want to ask you, what's your go-to dish after your meal? Because Barry always wants to know what fighters eat after the fight. So what's the number one Scottish meal, Stevie, that you're going to go to?
I don't really keep it Scottish with my meals. Like I like to be honest, I'll eat anything like pizza. Usually a pizza after a fight. I don't go too crazy because your stomach's in bits for all the diet. So, but when I go up the road, I'll maybe have like a haggis supper since it's Scottish.
And with Carnivore and brew.
I like Iron Brew. I do like Iron Brew.
And Mike, what's the number one Polish dish you go for?
Yeah, I don't. To be honest, I don't go for Polish dish after the fight. But to be honest, right before the fight, when I'm doing the weight cut, I like say to myself, "Oh, I'm gonna eat some shit after this one. I'm gonna like get a bit more weight on me." Then as soon as I win the fight, and it's like I'm like, "Nah, I don't want no shit food anymore." So I'll probably force myself to eat something because I know that leading up that last week when I'm doing the weight cut, I kind of say to myself that I will eat something, and then right after I'll eat something, and then the next day I'm back on the diet because it's just I'm just goal focused. I just want to get on to the next fight, stay in good shape, and don't waste what I've already worked on.
Baz, we'd be on the Coddling Guinness, wouldn't we?
After the fight, we'll have to share a slice of pizza, a haggis pizza, and some iron brew. You know, I mean, just get a bit of culture, you know, for the crack.
Definitely.
But like
No.
lads, as I said, don't miss McIntosh versus Figlak on Cage Warriors 132 live on Saturday, December 11th in York Hall, London, and on UFC Fight Pass.
Stevie, let's get properly into the fight. Where do you think you hold the advantages over Mike Figlak?
Like I said before, I think I'm better than everywhere, and it's the same in every fight, you know. And like I'm better on the feet, better grappling. I've not really seen much of him grappling. It's hard to say. Most of these fights have been predominantly striking, but I feel I'm better than everywhere. I need, like I said before, I need a shot in the night. That's what I plan to do.
And Mike, how do you beat Stevie McIntosh?
I'm just gonna go in there and showcase my skill set, and you guys know that whenever I hit someone, their face expression changes straight away. It's not like I have a lot of power, and when I hit someone, their game plan goes out the window. So that's what I'm here to do. You know, I'm gonna put it on him, get him with some good shots, and just watch him crumble.
And Stevie, I don't want to ask that stereotypical question of how does the fight finish, but more I want to know is, do you think this fight will go 3 rounds, or do you think you'll get the job done inside the distance?
I'm coming for a finish, 100%.
And Mike?
Yeah, I'm coming for the finish. This ain't going 3 rounds, no way.
Oh, Basmo, how excited are you for this fight, man? It doesn't actually get much better than this, does it?
Everyone here now is 100% excited, and that's why you cannot miss this fight. And make sure to follow both lads on their socials as well in the build up to the fight, because we're just over 3 weeks away, and like shit's already getting real already, lads. And we want to thank you very much both for coming on, and like you're both a credit to your teams and to Cage Warriors as well. Like, very professional. Yeah, you should have seen the fight, the face off we did the other day. But we'll leave that at the end for people to check out. That got a bit loose. But lads, thanks a mil, and I'm really looking forward to seeing you both compete on the 11th of December. Ross,
yeah, and Graham Boylan, if you are listening, this should be a #1 contendership fight. These are 2 of the most exciting lightweights in Europe, in Cage Warriors, in the world. Why not? I'm dying to see this fight. It doesn't get much better than this. As Bazon said, only on UFC Fight Pass. Make sure to check it out. If you want to get tickets, I think the 2 boys are selling tickets. So if you do want to see them live, in person, in action, make sure to get on to the 2 lads. And if you have watched this video, make sure to like, share, subscribe, and hit that bell notification for all the Energized shows. Guys, thanks a million for coming on. We really appreciate you. And as always, stay energized.
Stay energized.
Energized show, up the Irish. Been sussing you guys a couple of times. I've seen a couple of clips. I think you've done some interviews with Dylan Moran and that I saw. So keep going, keep up the good work, guys.